Welcome back to another interview here at Discover Dunwoody. As you know, we like to meet with people that are from our community or from afar that can share something with us all to just make our lives a little better. We're always looking for new people to interview. So if you know someone that you think we should talk to, send them our way. Our email is info@discoverdunwoody.com. Just shoot us a note, tell us who the person is, help us know how we can reach them, and we'll give them a call and have them join us. This time we have a wonderful person that is here to meet with us, and I can't wait to introduce you. So let's just go ahead and do it. It's Catherine Lautenbacher. Welcome to Discover Dunwoody's beautiful worldwide headquarters. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you, Mark. Delighted to be here.
I am so happy you made some time because you know us pretty well.
Yes.
Right? So Catherine is, while she is a city council person here in the city of Dunwoody, before we get to that, you served on the board for Discover Dunwoody.
Very wonderful experience.
Well, and before we were talking today, before we started taping, you said you learned a lot.
I did. I think it's interesting for a town the size of Dunwoody, on the outskirts of a big city, to have a convention and visitors bureau. And I didn't know who's visiting Dunwoody. who's picking that out of the hat and
Right.
places that they must go. But
I love that.
we're in a good spot.
Well, you did. You left our board right when you became a council person with the Dunwoody City Council.
Yes.
So you've been doing that for how long now?
It's a year and a half.
Good.
Year and a half.
And so, there's all these election things that happen. So did you go door to door and shake hands and stand on corners and wave at people? What did you do?
I did those things.
Really? That is so cool.
I did. And my advice to anybody who's interested in doing that, if you want to put enough time and shoe leather into it, it's not going to be a cost factor. This is a town you can get around, and if you want to knock on 1,000 doors and you want to stand on corners, you're going to get a lot of traction out of that. It makes a difference. I remember the first time it was former Mayor Denny Shortle who knocked on my door, and I thought, really? You're knocking on my door? That is it felt very personal.
Sure.
And that's the level of service that council provides. It's personal. You should know your council person. You should be able to call, contact that person. Yes.
So you have neighbors that can walk up, they knock on your door and say, hey, Catherine, I'm wondering about these topics. Does that happen?
Yes. Yes, it does.
That's good. Well, and that gives you representation, right? That's why we elect people from our community, so that you know what's going on versus somebody that's removed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Representative government, I am here for you.
I love that. All right, so there's some history here that I want to make sure everybody hears. You were an Air Force intelligence officer.
I was.
I love that look. What does that mean? I mean, it sounds very covert, and if you tell us anything, is it like, we're going to get in trouble for hearing it?
No, it wasn't super covert. I worked with transport planes, cargo planes,
okay.
C-130s. So you'll see them flying out of Dobbins. They're going to be flying.
They're massive, right?
They're not massive. They're the smallest ones that you can get, which makes
right.
them tactical, which means they went everywhere and did all the cool stuff.
Okay.
I went into the Air Force thinking fighters, that's the cool thing.
Sure.
But they're only good during a war. Otherwise, it's all fake. So cargo planes has a real world mission every day of the year.
Oh.
Yep.
And so were you in the planes? You were flying in them, or were you?
Generally not. Generally, my job was to brief the pilots on what they were going to see.
Okay.
So things we did were we were bringing aid into Somalia during that war. We were dropping aid over Bosnia during that war.
Sure.
We were taking reservists into Honduras. Those are a few of the things that I supported.
Oh, that's very cool. Wow, that sounds like a show all by itself. That is very cool. All right, so you moved to Dunwoody in 2000, so you've been a Dunwoodian for quite a while now.
That's correct.
And you did some things before you joined the city of Dunwoody. You were served on the board of the Community Assistance Center, the Dunwoody Nature Center, or as we like to say here in Dunwoody, the DNC, and Mill Glen and Swim and Tennis. So you got very involved in the community once you came in. Did you start that immediately in 2000, or did you ramp into that?
No. I don't think, well, I've got a background of service, being in the military. I didn't have that nonprofit service
Okay.
aspect. I had
Sure.
to learn that, and that's when the kids started to go to school, and I got involved with the PTA, and I do a little here or there, and that's just stepstoned into a number of different things. So learning about the nonprofit world was very helpful in contributing to my community and learning about it.
That's awesome. So there's something else that you did I think is really interesting. You were in ROTC. Was that in high school?
No, that's in college.
So you joined the ROTC program going to Boston U, and it paid for your entire education. Is that right?
Yes,
Or undergrad?
undergrad tuition, yes.
That is just fantastic. So is that like hard? What does that mean? Especially for a woman to do ROTC. I've always seen the guys like, oh, ROTC. But as a woman going into that, was that intimidating, or was that an environment that worked where it was complementary to your efforts or goals?
I came from a Navy family. Mom, dad,
Oh, your mother was in the Navy.
brother.
Oh,
Yes, my dad felt the Air Force would treat women better, so it was not wasn't macho world.
Okay.
It was maybe if I joined the Marines,
sure.
something like that. But also having grown up as a Navy dependent, ROT is pretty fake. It's you're wearing fake uniforms, you get your fake insignia, so it was hard for me to take it as seriously as one
Okay.
could have. And maybe that's how Boston University worked. It was just more of it was not traumatic in any way.
Wow.
It was fine.
But so when you did that, you agreed to go into the service after you got your degree.
Yes.
And so, and your route was the Air Force. And look at that, you were Army Intelligence Officer helping place aid in Bosnia. So cool.
It's cool, and I would highly recommend young people to consider the military as an option. It's a great place to start.
I love that. All right, so let's shift gears. Let's come hyper local. Let's get no more Bosnia and all those other great places. Tell me, what do you do as a city council woman?
All right. The city council's job is to take a strategic view of what we're doing in the city. So you may call me, Catherine, I've got this pothole right in the middle of the road. I can't fix potholes. I don't have any pothole expertise. I can put you in touch with the pothole person and follow it up to make sure
A pothole person.
that it happens. My job is more ambulance response time isn't very good. What can we do about that? We have new parkland. How are we going to populate it? What kinds of amenities will we offer? It's that strategic look at the city.
Okay. So, is everything to do with city council in passing laws, or is there advocacy with that?
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't say laws. We're updating code sometimes, but when we pass a park plan, it's not a law, it's a plan. So I would say there's more planning involved in our role.
Okay, well, good. How much time does it take? I ask this from a really personal interest because I see you everywhere. We're at a ribbon cutting, you're there. We go to the parks opening, you're there. So I'm guessing that this may take a little time.
I think it ebbs and flows.
Okay.
So sometimes it's 10 hours a week and maybe sometimes it's 20.
So does your work okay with your going out and doing city council work? Do you ever get the hairy eyeball, like, where are you going again?
No, because I work from home. I've got a flexible job, so if I want to
That's
work
good.
my job at night, that's over the weekends, that's what happens. So it is very convenient for me to have a flexible job, to be able to do this flexible job, and then I'm just, shuffling all my appointments.
That's good. So I love that you're doing this. Why would you encourage someone in the community to run for city council?
I think it's easy to sit on the sidelines and say, oh, we should do this or we should do that. I think when you get involved at this level, you know why we're doing this or that. And you get to put your personal stamp on it. You get to take what you've learned being a resident for however long, and you get to bring that experience and maybe shift the direction a little of how this city grows. I think it's a great advocacy job.
Do you think it's good for a career? Is it a good career move to put on a resume, so to speak, that someone served on the city council if they were building that?
Yes, because you really have to put yourself out there It's you. You're not selling a company. You're not selling a theme song or something. You're selling you, and that is it's uncomfortable at times,
Sure.
especially for introverted people. So I think it shows a level of commitment that other jobs may not.
Well, I think it's great. So there's a few things that are happening I'd love to ask you about. There's a new bond vote that's coming up. What does it mean if it passes, and how will it make Dunwoody a better place?
The bond vote will afford the citizens an opportunity to say that they want to raise their taxes each year in the neighborhood of $150 in order to get some of the amenities.
$150 a year.
A year.
Okay.
In order to get some of the amenities to our new parks and to trails that we would otherwise have to wait many years for. So it's an upfront cost. It's like getting a mortgage on your home.
Okay.
So we're putting a little mortgage, well, we're affording the citizens an opportunity to vote on whether they want to put a mortgage on the city and have some of their amenities enhanced sooner rather than later. It's all coming.
Okay.
It's just a question of when. So
Okay.
if you'd like your things, if you'd like your park built out sooner, this is something to consider.
Because it costs some money.
It does.
All right. How will they pay that $150? Is that something that ends up as a sales tax, or is that a property tax?
It's
What does that look
property tax.
Okay.
So it'll be part and parcel of your tax. And just know that your tax, your Dunwoody tax, includes a lot of DeKalb schools tax. So we're not moving the needle, really. On your bill in general is mostly DeKalb schools tax.
Sure. All right. So, so give me an example of some way that a park can be enhanced. What is one of the things that'll happen in a park that they'll improve?
There is a park on Roberts Drive that used to be Austin Elementary School, and now it is green grass. So what you can picture there are tennis courts, pickleball courts,
Pickleball.
basketball courts, a pavilion.
Oh,
We'll keep a grassy area. There'll be bathrooms.
wow.
Yes.
Nice. So great things. Now, you think these will, even if the bond doesn't pass, you think eventually these things will come in, but we're looking at much further out. So
Yes.
there's not aggressive development, it'll be more slowly.
Correct.
All right, well, that's good. Well, we kind of need things because this place is blowing up. Working here at Discover Dunwoody, we see this between Ashford Lane and High Street, and hotel occupancies are up. So it is good that we're looking at increasing the number of things for our community as well as our visitors to experience in the park. So
Yeah.
I love that. I hope I really hope it passes. And not that you asked me that. But anyway, that's my opinion. Hey, I got something else. Trails. Trails are a big deal to us also. Explain this. There was a trail plan. I want to know, was the trail plan adopted, and what does that mean for Dunwoody?
The trail plan was adopted. I think that once Atlanta started the Beltline, which they haven't finished, and it's been 20 years, they're still working on, it has opened the minds and imagination of a lot of communities where they say, we ideally are going to one day connect there, so you could get there. But as we are here, wouldn't it be great to get around a little better? I think the number one thing that people complain about in Dunwoody is traffic, and the only way to get people off the roads is to give them an alternative.
Sure.
So if I could bike safely to Publix, for instance, and get my groceries and come home, I'm a car that's off the street.
Yeah.
And
Not bad.
and exercise, and it's pleasant out there. So
And there are those electric bikes that make it a little easier.
that's what I just got.
So you ride your bike to Publix, get your extra, like, I really don't want to pedal this thing home. Well, I just kick on the electric part and go home.
That's right. That's
And
right.
you just got an electric bike? Is
I
that
did.
right?
I just got one
Oh, that's cool.
because I'm trying to help, be
I
part of the
love it.
solution.
Oh, I think that's really cool. All right, well, and from our perspective, there are so many people that go to each of our hotels in the area, and they would like to be able to walk to someplace to eat or get someplace to see some entertainment. That sort of trail package is super important, and we're doing that in front of Perimeter Mall already. That's already started, so that is a really great addition. And I do think that the Beltline's a great example of what does that look like? Why is it important? Beltline has been so successful.
Yep, but visitors, I know when I go to a new town, I really don't want to drive around.
Right.
I mean, I'll get to the hotel, but I don't know where I am. So driving around would be my second choice. Walking around, walking to a nice restaurant, it would be great.
Yeah.
When I moved here in 2000, we went to Decatur for good restaurants. And
So you could walk.
no, we just, because that's where the good restaurants were.
Oh, okay.
Now we don't have to.
Right. There you
Now
go.
this town offers those great restaurants, and if our hotel visitors can walk, we're in better shape.
We are, absolutely. Okay, so there's something else you do that I'd love to chat about quickly, and that is Leadership Perimeter. That's your, I'm gonna call it your day job, right? Officially. Tell me about that program and what do you like about it?
Leadership Perimeter is one of many community leadership programs in the country. I mean, we have them in the state. They're regionally located, so they might be a city, they might be a region, they might be a county. They also have statewide programs. And the goal of these programs is they'll take a number of people, our number will be around 40, through a 9-month training program to learn all about their community. They'll learn about the schools, they'll learn about the businesses, they'll learn about things like the trail plans and what, and ultimately find the way that they can get involved. So these are people with day jobs who are looking to get more plugged in, use their talents, and improve the area, but they need a little education on that. So I've been teaching this community education class for 10 years now, and it's certainly helped me, again, bond more and know ways that I can make an impact.
I love that. So where can people learn more about Leadership Perimeter?
LeadershipPerimeter.org.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. And so, if I'm right, there were just a series of applications that have just come in. So this current year's done. So
Yes.
if somebody wants to do this, they'd be looking at next year.
Yes, but be in touch because we'll send out applications in January, and that would start in September 2024.
All right, good.
The next class.
And if somebody wants to do that and they go in, can they sign up online and end up on the list to be notified in January?
Yes.
All right, that's fantastic. Where, actually, I don't have any more questions about his sheets, and it's probably good because I would keep you here all day. Where should people go to find you or to reach out to you?
The city has a wonderful website, and you will have, under council members, you can find a contact form to reach me.
All right.
And if I am not your council person, you contact your council person, and I guarantee a response. They are very willing to help you. The mayor will respond as well. This is active community engagement. I think community to me means involvement.
Right.
You don't get to sit on the sidelines. You need to participate. So please give me an email. Happy to talk to you.
Fantastic. Well, Catherine, I'm so glad that you spent some time with us today. This has been very informative. I can't wait to hear more offline about your intelligence officer work. I think there's probably more there. She can't share everything. So I can't wait to find out more there. But I'm very impressed with the work that you do with the city. And when I walk up to you at one of the functions, you're always easy to talk to, so you're very approachable. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for the time, and I do enjoy Discover Dunwoody.
Thanks for being here. So good spending time with you. For the rest of you folks, thanks again for watching. I am Mark Galvin. I'm the Director of Marketing with Discover Dunwoody. This show is produced by Madison Holtz. She is our technology person, puts everything together behind the scenes and is fantastic at it. Our sound technician is Emily Insert Gibson. She is always make sure that you can hear us, which is also extremely important. Those folks just don't get enough credit, so it's always good to give them a good shout out. This year, make sure you look for us in the July 4th parade. We are handing out stickers. So this is the Dunwoody sticker. We'll be handing these out to everybody along the parade route. These are removable stickers. You can put them on your car and don't have to worry about them never coming off. And we'd love for you as a Dunwoodian to share your pride in being a part of this community. On behalf of the entire Discover Dunwoody team, thank you for watching. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media. You can find us at Discover Dunwoody or on our website at discoverdunwoody.com. Until next time, enjoy the day and come Discover Dunwoody.